What's going on, everybody? Full Throttle Vision, episode 14. We're here with Jeremy Jersky. It's actually in Florida. Look at you got the dolphins and the sundials behind you. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up, man? You still got a little echo. It's a little bit.
Yeah, I hear it. That's because John forgot to turn his mic off, but that's okay.
There it
John's
is.
running the show.
There it is. There it is.
What's going on, man? By the way, did you get sunburn again here in Florida? Look at you, like mustard and ketchup. God, you're red. Nice job, man.
Oh, yeah.
You showed nipple.
The old lady, she let me fall asleep in the fucking water and started snoring. And she went swimming and came back later and got me, and I was burned like a fucking red-skinned potato.
That's the one thing you learn when you move to Florida. When you're in Florida, you don't get sunburnt, man. That's what they call skin cancer. Anyway, so we're doing episode 14, man. We're doing this show, and we're having a good time. We're bringing somebody on we've talked to before because he's got a lot of stuff going on. And he did a video that I really want to discuss because it was awesome. And Jeremy, you know, right before Bike Week, you rode my ass about getting my bike ready. And what was my big problem with my bike?
That battery, man. The battery was sitting in there for a while, man, and it needed a tender, but it could have used some type of upgrade that we're going to talk about here in a minute.
Well, let's watch this video, then we're going to bring on Roby and talk to him about it. So watch this video, everybody.
What up? It's your boy Dan Roby, Urban Rides Magazine. Just got back. I went to turn on
you got no audio with that.
I've been gone for a while. And, of course, check this out. Nothing. But I did put a shake-awake battery from a Limitless Lithium on. Let's see if it works. I've yet to try that. So we're going to turn this around. Oh. See what we can do here. So, all right. So we're going to stand the bike up. The bike's up. So you go to the left, go to the right. Light just came on. But will it start? Oh, let's put it in neutral. Great job, Limitless. That's pretty slick.
Now, that's pretty awesome. I mean, so, okay, the idea is, let's say hi to Daniel Roby first from Urban Rides Magazine. What's going on, man?
What up? How y'all doing today?
I think you drive more than anybody I know. I bet you rolled over 1 million miles on a car, haven't you?
Well, I'll tell you what. Today I'm in luck because actually my wife is driving today because we're going back to our Myrtle house. We did Easter in Ohio, and now we're going back to Myrtle before I go to a show on Friday. So I'm getting chauffeured around for a little while.
Oh, look at this. What show is Friday?
Got Max Spalding from Rusty's Garage. He's doing a show with Sound Wars and the Backstreet Rumble in Sylacauga, Alabama on Friday and Saturday.
Nice. Yeah, you pop up with some of these weird locations and bike shows. And, I mean, do all of these shows get decent turnouts? I mean, because I'm like, I have no idea where blah, 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 Alabama is, you know?
You know what? They do a show twice a year there. In the last show, man, they had like, I want to say they had 50 bikes in the bike show, but they had like, 60 bikes in the audio show. So it's a decent sized show. I mean, and Max Spalding, Rusty Garage, they're one of my advertisers. So I like to go out and support them. And also Sound Wars is one of the advertisers too. So love to travel and support my advertisers.
Those are Bike Week, show numbers, so that's not bad. So let's talk about that video. How cool is this? And now, Limitless is not an advertiser with me by any way, shape, or form. They spend no money with me, and I don't want to even. But when I saw your video, I said, let's face it, every biker has walked out to their bike before, except Jeremy. I'm sorry, because he told me he always keeps it on trickle charge. But you've gone to your bike before, and it's been dead. The boys call and say, hey, we're going riding. You go out, you turn it in, you hear the click, 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 and the worst sound in the world, right? What an idea from what Limitless has done is a shake weight. Explain what that video is and how that works.
Well, basically, Limitless has been known for their audio batteries for years and years. In the car world, they've 5 years ago, they came into the audio world for motorcycles, and their batteries have a BMS on them. So unlike other lithium batteries, that if they uncharge too much, if they drop voltage, most lithium batteries will drop cells and it destroys the battery. I mean, limitless lithium has a BMS. Well, that will shut it down so it can't drop under a certain amount of volts. So they took that and they engineered it into a rider style battery, and they put a gyro in there. So basically, what happens is when your battery hits 12, I think it's 12 volts. When it gets below that, it shuts the battery down so it can't draw any more wattage off of it. So if you got a parasitic drain, your alarm's on, whatever, you leave your light on, it shuts the battery completely down. And then what you do is you just stand the bike up. You go to the left, you go to the right, or the right and left, doesn't matter which way. And that gyro.
Yeah, we get it. Okay, now we'll wait for him to get back up to snuff here because he's driving, so he's going to catch a little bit of.
Then when it goes back around, it turns the battery basically back on because it cuts itself off, so you're not dropping cells, hurting the battery. And that gyro comes back and wakes it back up and turns it on.
He's going to bounce in and out, everybody, because he's driving. But so cranking amps,
which is pretty badass, dude.
It is, but isn't cranking amps like the major part of a battery? I mean, it's got to hold. What's the cranking amps? It's usually up there, right? It's way more than just normal voltage.
Well, bikes ain't as much as like cars. Cars, you get like 800, 900 cranking amps, 600 cranking amps. Bikes are around somewhere around 400 or something like that, or a little bit less. 400 cranking amps, 480. Something like that,
So it's got to cut out with enough cranking amps still to be able to start that bike. So that battery basically.
You have cranking amps and you got cold cranking amps.
You guys still hear me?
Yeah, you're bouncing in and out. We were just talking while you came back. So I was just talking about we're talking about the cranking amps and how much it has to keep basically on the side before it actually has to shut down.
Well, what it does is it shuts off at right around 12 volts. And that way you retain all your cranking amps. So it won't, it won't let anything else drain it. So if you've got your lights are on or whatever, you leave your stereo on, when it shuts it down, it can drain that battery because it shuts that battery completely down. And then when you come back, when you shake it and wake it up, it's got 12 volts and I think there are 400 cranking amps, and you can start the bike right up.
Now, that's just bikes, right? I mean, they can't do that with a car or anything like that. I mean, call me stupid because I'm not the mechanic guy. All right, so.
No, they only do it. They only do it for bikes. They also make it for Softails too, so it's not just for baggers. But what they do for the big batteries that they do in like the cars and for the bike audio is the BMS shuts off on that, and to turn the BMS on my audio bikes or any of the big audio bikes, the BMS shuts down. So if you go under, I think it's 11.8, it shuts the battery down. And then to wake it up, all you have to do is put a positive charge on that battery, and it wakes the battery back up. And you can charge it, you can start your bike, you can do whatever. This just is all contained in one package for the rider guys.
That's pretty awesome. Now, I know, and these audio cars and bikes always have multiple batteries. So, I mean, that's a thing, too. So, like, I haven't seen a lot of the builds, but I know they make, like, that harness underneath that back fender, and most people are putting a battery back there. How many batteries you got on your bike?
My Rider 30, I have 2. On my black middleweight, I have 4. I have 4 nanos.
Where the hell did you? Okay, I'm like, where did you hide batteries on
well,
that
no,
thing?
They're this. A nano is limitless lithiums. It's a full size battery. It's a replacement for a Harley battery. I run 4 of them at 45 amp hours. So I run 180 amp hours worth of battery on it.
Jesus, that's
so I
amazing.
run 2 underneath my fender. Yeah, 2 under my fender, my rear fender, 1 in my stock location, and 1 in my tour pack.